If you were to approach a complete stranger, would you stand as close to them as you would your best friend? Probably not. This is because society places rules or guidelines as to how close is too close and when it is appropriate to stand that close to somebody when communicating with them. My name is Caitlin Comey, and the topic I'm going to discuss in this presentation is proxemics and how it relates to intercultural communication. Fred E. Jant, in his textbook, An Introduction to Intercultural Communication, defines proxemics as the study of our use of personal space. We have most likely all experienced a communication difference due to proxemics at least once in our lives. I have had the most of these experiences in the workplace. Because I work at a medical supply company, we get a lot of foreign customers and people visiting from out of town. One time, there was a couple who came visiting from Brazil. They were interested in purchasing Littmann stethoscopes because they are much cheaper in the US than they are in Brazil. I greeted them at the door, and the man walked up to me. I figured he was just going to ask me a question or two about the product he was interested in. I was a bit thrown off when he walked right up to me, probably about a foot away from my face, and started talking to me. Then I remembered in my business communication class I took last summer, we learned about the barriers of communication, and I remembered learning about personal space and proxemics. So, although I felt awkward having a conversation with this man so close to me, I continued to carry out the conversation because I did not want to offend him. Proxemics is considered a communication barrier because different cultures have different interpretations on personal space, which may create difficulty when communicating with someone of a different culture. In my situation, I was able to recognize the reason why the man from Brazil was standing so close to me when he talked to me. Having background knowledge of proxemics as a barrier of communication, I was able to avoid making an uncomfortable situation for him, which is important because he was one of our customers. For someone who, with no knowledge of proxemics could come off rude in the situation. Every culture is so different. Some cultures place emphasis on personal space while others do not. That is why it is important to understand these concepts in order to successfully communicate with people of different cultures before a conflict can occur.